Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate, or far, far away from Baldur's Gate as I am right now, as I work my way through the expansion Siege of Dragonspear. And I have actually managed to arrive at the siege, but I'm not going to be continuing the main plot for a while because I got distracted by a whole bunch of subplots in the camp. So, that's a thing. And I'm standing right by one of those subplots that should be taken care of fairly quickly, given this group. But, you know, as things go. So, right now we are standing right beside this halfling here, Pritchard, who is being a bit of an annoyance to everyone around him. So we're going to beat him up for his own good so that he won't get killed. This is at the request of his cousin, who is in my party, the lovely Glint here. Wait a minute, what? There was a question mark as I glided over there. Where did I get the question mark from? Oh, over there? Hold on a moment. Proudly emblazoned upon this banner is a Baldur's Gate coat of arms, a mighty ship with blue skies above and a darker waters below. Okay. Well, either way, first things first, we're going to give Pritchard a little bit of a walloping for his own safety. I think.
Gotcha. We've been discussing important strategic matters. What do you want?
Nothing that cannot wait for another time, I think. Forgive me the intrusion. Quartermaster Belgar wanted me to find you. He's got gnomish item he thinks you'll find very interesting. Or, I want nothing from you, little man. You know what? Let's go with the second one. Let's go for the second one. That seems like the one that's going to lead towards what I'm looking for. Oh, did he now? Intriguing. General Stonehand, if you'd excuse me. Gladly. Take as much time as you need. Take more than that, even. The whole night, if you have to. I could use some peace. You know, Stonehand, I cannot disagree with you. This guy is... This is how far we're stepping away. So, this item your quartermaster has for me, what is it? The back of my hand!
And thank the gods.
Oh, hi?
Steady on, Corporal. What's the problem?
What is the problem?
It's Ski Silvershield. She's left the camp.
Of course she has. Do you know where she went? Well, of course she did. Why wouldn't she? The camp's the only safe, secure place in the area. Why would she want that? Gods. No great loss. You know, the middle one is deeply steeped in sarcasm. It's just a question of whether or not that's actually going to come across to the NPC. Do you know where she went?
She was last seen heading towards Dragonspear Castle. Alone.
Of course. Leave this to me. I'll find and return her before she stumbles into Kalar's grasp. And the guards just let her go. Or she walks right into the clutches of the Crusade. Good. Let them endure her endless nattering. Ugh. Leave this to me. She listens to me sometimes.
Bring her back safely. If the Crusade takes his daughter, Entar Silvershield will have all of our heads.
Dude, I will back you up and everybody else on the whole she left the camp on her own thing. gotta be some place where we won't be observed much. Wait, over here. Over here, gnome. Foxwine, what is the item? Huh. There's gotta be the right place. Where is the right place? Whatever it is,
This
it's
group
not
shows
marked.
promise. Extraordinary.
Journal. Glint? I must deliver a beating to Pritchard Nardsonson. Yes, I am attempting to do that. But it doesn't say where. The problem with Pritchard, perhaps? I should... yeah, no. Pritchard, you have now become a pain in my keister.
A team like this can't be beat.
I don't think I leave the camp for this. So there's gotta be a place, like, in here. Someplace less observed? The problem is, like, this is a camp with 3 different cities worth of people in it. Jorg, hello, good evening. Well, I managed to make it to the siege, but now I've gotten very distracted. Well, this is obviously not the place either. You know, I would have sworn that this was the best place, you know. Maybe I'm just supposed to...
Fight. I'll recover. This isn't working. We need to do better.
Nope, that was not it. That was not it. I've done the worst thing.
We're making some seriously bad calls.
Yes, Glint, I agree. I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't mean to kill him. We're gonna try again. Okay,
We've been discussing important
let's
strategic
try this. Let's try this
What
again.
do you want?
Okay, I'm trying it again. Well, I did manage to follow the plot all the way to the actual camp. This is the siege right here. The plot is ongoing outside the camp, but there's a bunch of things that need to be done inside the camp. So this item your quartermaster has for me, what is it? Well, it's a beating, but I have to figure out...
Gods.
Oh yeah, him.
Steady on, Corporal. What's the problem?
It's Ski Silvershield. She's left the camp.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna continue the same thing that I said last time. Do you know where she went?
She was last seen heading towards Dragonspear Castle. Alone.
Alright, I'll find her, I guess.
Bring her back safely. If the Crusade takes his daughter, Entar's silver shield will have all of our heads.
Yeah. Okay, this time I'm going to save.
And you're certain it's stable?
That's an interesting conversation that's going on up there. Oh wait, this looks like a nice quiet spot. Okay, that's not a nice private spot. That's the problem, like finding a private spot in the camp here. People. What is going on here? What? I think we broke him. Okay, continuing onwards to try and find a private spot. Good old Baldur's Gate pathfinding, indeed. It's complicated by the fact that he's following us, but not exactly following us. All the injured. Command tent. Allies I've rejected. What is the item? Ooh, what about over here? Come here. Like... This is starting to bug me. Like, I thought that this was the best spot for it, you know? But yeah, just reaching out and striking him down was incorrect. Did I hear about Baldur's Gate 3? The adjustment to the release date? Yes, I did. And I mean, I've been getting emails from Larians since they released Divinity Original Sin 2. Well, actually, since they announced Divinity Original Sin 2. So... Oh, this place is even more observed than the other ones. So I know about the classes and the subclasses and the races and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, I'm definitely going to be getting the game, so this just bugs me. This just bugs me. Where is the right spot?
I have many fine wares.
I have a question for you about this potion bottle. I'm looking for weapons. Do you have any armor available? Show me your scrolls and potions. You have any special magic items? You have some problem with me, sir? Or nothing, thanks. I'm looking around. No, let's, yeah, well, I don't know. I have a question about this potion bottle, which is another one of the subquests I got distracted by. Bottle? Bottle? I'm trying to coordinate supplies for hundreds of troops, and you want to ask me about a bottle? Seriously? This will take but a moment. Could you tell me anything about this bottle? Finding its owner could have a significant impact on our effort against the crusade. Could I at least purchase some supplies? Or I'll leave you to it then. Okay, well, there's also a lead that I'm chasing down that there is possibly a spy somewhere in this camp. And the things that I have to lead me to this spy is a potion in a weird bottle, a candle that was stolen from a priest of Tempest, and a page of unreadable runes. And, well, apparently I can chase down a bit about the bottle here, so please, could you tell me anything about the bottle? Don't you take that tone with me. The council thinks you're important, but I think you're bad luck. I've heard the whispers. I know what they say about you. Help me with this bottle, or I'll show you how bad your luck can get. I'm not going to threaten you, Belgarm. I'll just speak earnestly and from the heart. I'm trying to do right by everyone in this camp, and I wouldn't waste your time if I didn't sincerely believe you could help me do that. Or isn't there anything I can do to change your mind? Oh, I'm gonna try the middle one, simply because, yeah. I'm not going to threaten you. I'm just going to ask nicely until you answer. Fine, if it's that important, let me look at that incredibly important bottle. I recognize the shape. Baldur the dwarf. He guards the camp's northern barricade. He keeps all his potions in weird bottles like this. Baldur the dwarf. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that. Baldur the dwarf. Keeps all his potions in weird bottles like this, huh? Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must get back to work. Ah, okay. That's certainly a lead. Oh, this dude is just... Fine, let's chase down the spy thing. And we'll see if we can figure out this whole... I'm fairly certain I'm supposed to lure him somewhere. I just don't know where. Okay, so... Yeah, there's multiple people I should be talking to up here. Let's start with Baldur.
Oh! Who goes there?
It's just me, Foxwine. Aren't you supposed to say that to people outside the barricade? Or watch your tone, I go where I please. You know what? Let's go with the second one. Aren't you supposed to say that to people outside?
Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of drinks early this morning. I'm not in the best shape right now.
You look to me like someone dealing with more than a hangover. Is something wrong? Is this your potion bottle? You're alive. If you'd like to stay that way, you'd best pull yourself together when on duty. Or carry on, then. Is something wrong?
Aye, but I don't want to waste your time with my sorrows. I know you're an important person.
You can tell me, what is it? I like to make time for the ordinary people in my important life. What's your trouble? Or, I asked you a question, dwarf. Answer me! I'm trying to be helpful! Perhaps that is not the right approach. Let's see. Oh, you can tell me.
It's... this is gonna sound so... hells. It's me lucky charm. A pebble from Mithril Hall. I lost it somewhere on the March air.
Huh.
Oh, I've had the most terrible luck since I realized it was gone. I lost at cards. Spilled a full mug of ale in my beard. Probably dying bottle now the way things are going.
Huh. Slow down there. It's skill that sees you through battle, not luck. Or, yeah, probably. Or superstitious nonsense. I mean, I don't want to go looking for a special pebble. Skill that sees you through battle, not luck.
It's just so... Wait. The other thing that went wrong is I got a hole in one of my boots.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
My patron god is Marthamer Duin. His symbol is a boot with a mace against it. Maybe if I get some fancy new boots, my luck will change back.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll go with it. I wouldn't count on it, worth a try though. Or can you really believe such idiocy? I'm gonna go with the first one, I think. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll go with it. I personally believe in luck, so, you know, bit of a stretch, but I'll go with it.
I'm telling you, this'll do it. I just need some good leather, and then maybe that quartermaster Belagarm will order some made for me. Could you help me out?
I can certainly try.
I heard a bear's been sighted around Dead Man's Pass, but I can't leave my post. Bring the bear's hide to Belagarm and get me some new boots.
Aw, but the bears never attack me. Oh well. Alright. If it'll make you feel better, I'll get you the boots. Alright, but you bet he'll pay me well for those boots. Or go barefoot, I'll not waste time with this nonsense. Luck is a real skill in the Forgotten Realms. Well, yes, that too, that too. But, you know, whether or not luck is a skill in the game, I believe in luck in real life. So, yeah. If it will make you feel better, I'll get you the boots. Okay, I'm gonna make a note here. Bear in Dead Man's Pass. What a name. For Heldar.
I know you're an important person with lots of things to do, but if you manage this, you'll have a loyal friend forever.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh,
But
who goes there?
it's just me.
Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of drinks early this morning. I'm not in the best shape right now.
All right, is this your potion bottle?
My bottle? Where did you find it?
Why, did you lose it? That's not important. Where did you leave it? Or, among ample evidence that you're a traitor, make peace with whatever god you worship. You're about to meet them. No, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion. Why, did you lose it?
I lost it playing cards last night. How did you get it?
Never mind that. Who was at this card game? Who won the bottle? Or a likely story. Die, dwarf! No, I just agreed to do him a favor. I'm not going to kill him without more evidence. Who was at the card? No, wait, who won the bottle?
Can't say. It's bad luck to talk about your losses, and I have another game tonight.
Would 20 pieces of gold help you feel luckier? I really need to know who won that bottle. Or you'll have worse luck still if you don't tell me who won the bottle. Alright, let's bribe him. Would 20 pieces of gold help you feel luckier?
I suppose telling can't do any real harm. It was Call who won the bottle.
That is the second thing that has pointed to Call. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of that. Call one bottle. Man, I hope I'm going to remember what's going on from these notes. Alright, Call won the bottle. So Call is the man I'm looking for. Thanks, soldier, you've been most helpful. Or you've done the Coalition a great service this morning, Heldar. Farewell! You know what, I'm going to go with the second one.
Good luck on your mission, but don't take any of my luck.
Yeah, sure. Excuse you. Okay, eventually I'll find the right spot. But until then, what about you?
You there! You look moneyed and in dire need of Wilhelmina's miracle turnip juice.
Is the miracle that it tastes like turnips? Miracle turnip juice? This is going to be good. Looks can be deceiving. Whatever you're selling, I don't want it. Or guard, take this mad woman away. No, I'm curious. This is going to be good. Yes, just one sip of my product and you'll regrow limbs, gain blessings from at least 3 separate deities, and make contact with the dead. Oh, honey. I'll give you a sample, then you'll see the tremendous power of turnip juice for yourself. Remember her name for later? Oh, really? Okay. I'll make a note of it then. Although there's a lot of it. Wilhelmina gave me turnip ? Juice. Okay. Very well. Sample me. I'll take a sample, but I won't drink it. No, thank you. If you're an example of the benefits of turnip juice, there's something I can live without. You know what? Let's... Alright, sample me. Ha! See? I told you. A customer. I can stay. A little turnip juice never hurt anyone. Let her go through the camp and ply her trade. Or, no, you can't. We have serious business to attend to here. Move along. I'm not a customer. I've not bought anything. Move along. You heard her, gnome. Be off with you. The party has gained an item, Wilhelmina's Miracle Turnip Juice. Journal updated the call. Oh, that was an ingredient. That was an ingredient for Nira, wasn't it? I never actually wrote down all the stuff that she needed, so... I never actually wrote down all the stuff that she needed. I did not. That was very smart of me. Alright. You haven't heard the last of me. I'll be back. The turnip will not be disrespected. You know what? Did the game remember what the components for Nira's potion was? No, not in the quests it didn't. I probably should have written it down, but I guess not. Oh well, way too late now. Ooh well. Well, I have made some good progress, so let's make sure that I save. How long will this guy follow us around anyway? I still haven't found any information about the page, but I suppose finding Call will be just as good. Well, I shall continue chasing quests anyway. You. Looks like the heroes arrived.
Ah, glad you came. This is Fossey Dugdeep.
Yes, I kinda got that. Good to know ya. Pleased to make your acquaintance, ma'am. Spoken like someone who doesn't know me. Tell me, Delancey, what could possibly be worth delaying my journey to the caverns beneath Dragonspear? Or, you told me to find Dugdeep, and I have. Now what do you want? Pleased to make your acquaintance?
Fossey, tell them about the potion of explosion barrel.
Oh dear God. It's not a barrel of potion of explosion. It was a barrel of potion of explosion. A dozen barrels, actually. The ones you stopped from blowing Borskir Bridge, Foxwine. Now it's a barrel of whoosh. Whoosh. It's fun and easier to say. What's not to love? The whoosh is distilled explosive concentrate. Planted in the right spot under Dragonspear, it could give us a major advantage when we move against the castle. I'm liking the sound of this whoosh, actually. How am I to know the right spot? You want me to carry a barrel of potion of explosion under Dragonspear? Or indeed it could. Give me the barrel. You know, I am on board with this idea. How am I to know the right spot?
When you're inside the caverns, consult this amulet each time you come to an intersection. It will guide you to the best placement for the barrel. Now, Fossey, would you please excuse us?
What? Sure, I suppose. Mean, it's my tent and all, but yeah. Alright, I'll just go over here then. We got a stone dowser and a barrel of whoosh. Oh, hi? You've zoomed me all the way out. I hate it.
One strategy I formulated to undermine our enemy.
Ah,
That you might help with. These flasks contain poison, taken from a priestess of Talona we captured and interrogated. Her evil works can now be turned to the greater good.
Interesting.
We know Dragonspear is being supplied via the caverns you'll be visiting shortly, if all goes as planned. If you put a few drops of this in the enemy food supplies and water, we would have an edge when we finally confront the Shining Lady.
That sounds a little evil. That sounds like it might be a little evil. Aren't you the one who got all your intel by torture? Or was that somebody else? Poison an enemy army? You sicken me, Delancey. Is this the honor of the Waterhaven Guard? What? Explosives are one thing, but poison is too much. I'll hear no more of this. That would give us a significant advantage, but managing it would entail significant risk, which means I'll want a significant reward. I will show the Shining Lady's followers the same mercy they would have shown me. Give me the poison. Okay, it's definitely either the first or the second one, but You know what? I'm going with the second one. For you, Minsk! I'm going to be really prissy. I'll hear no more of this.
Damn it! Your reticence this day is going to kill people. Good men and women. I will do everything in my power to see an end to Kalar Argent. You, it seems, will not. The blood of those who fall to the crusade is on your hands.
I mean, a good number of these crusaders do not actually seem to believe the cause. They're just there because Kalar pays more. And the thing with like poisoning the food and the water supply is kind of, it doesn't really choose the fanatics. It goes after everybody. And I would only want to poison the fanatics, in all honesty. So, yeah. Besides, you are a terrible person, by the way.
Begone! The sight of you disgusts me. I'll look upon you no more.
The feeling is mutual. Okay, well, I want to, but he leads one of the three factions. I can't. Nope. Even though we've got some privacy now, this is still not the right spot. So, we've got a barrel of whoosh and an amulet. And probably enough information to point to the spy, so actually let's head back this way. Maybe I am supposed to lead him out of the camp. Hello, hello, hello? Torsen is the only one here? Well, that's unfortunate. Torsen is definitely not the person I want to be speaking to. Let's see if we can find a leader anywhere else. There's got to be a leader around here
sunshine.
somewhere.
Everything feels possible on a beautiful, bright day.
Wait. Call, maybe?
The fair folk rarely have time for small talk.
Oh no, wait. Call is the one who's being fingered. So that might do just as well. What is it? Nothing? Carry on. My friend Glint here says you tried to sell him a candle. I heard you were at a card game last night. Did you win anything special? This bottle, for instance. No, my friend Glint here says you tried to sell him a candle. So I've been found out, have I? Well, it's too late. I've sent many a precious tidbit of knowledge Kalar's way. The Shining Lady will triumph and leave you all in the dust. Kalar will fall, and all her crusaders with her. I'll see to that. As for you, you'll be hanged for treason. You've really drunk the wine she's been pouring, haven't you? Or to the gallows for you, and an easier death it is than you deserve. I'm going with the first one, because let us never say that pride does not go before my fall. Kalar will fall, and her crusaders with her, and I will see to that personally. My death is worth it if it serves the lady. I should inform Netterlock about the traitor, who has just walked away. Okay, I've got to find Netterlock. Netherlock! Netherlock! Here, Ned. Here, Ned, Ned, Ned. Ned, where are you, Ned? Here, Ned. If I just keep walking around camp, I'll find him eventually, right? Jeg. What the heck was that noise? I don't know how trying to sell somebody a candle actually marks you as a spy, but... let's see. If I were Ned, where would I be? You know what? Maybe I'm going around this the wrong way. Belgarm, Third, Jeg Hillcarver, Command Tent, General Stonehand, Marshal Netherlock down here. Down there. Down there. Ha 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 ha. I am smart. Come on, people. And cousin of Glint. Alright, Ned. There you are, Ned.
Good to see you.
I bring news, Marshal. I discovered evidence of a traitor in camp. I found these notes and traced them back to the spy. You as well, Marshal Netherlock. I wish I could return the compliment, but I have much to do and no time to waste on idle chatter. Or, I beg your pardon, Marshal. I've no time to tarry. I mean... I bring news. I found evidence of a traitor.
We have a spy among us? Do you know who?
That delay. Malden Call. When I confronted him, he confessed to everything and was arrested. Or, not yet. I need to investigate further. No. When I confronted him, he confessed to everything.
Malden Call. I knew him well. I thought I did. We have to tighten our security. No one can be trusted anymore. Not even our own forces.
Isn't that a thing? Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I can offer you this short bow as a reward. I need no reward. The traitor was dealt with. That is all that matters. It's appreciated. Or the only reward I want is Kalar Argent's head on a pike. I don't actually need the short bow. I'd rather have the money. I need no reward. The traitor was dealt with. See, there we go. We gained reputation and experience. That's what I'm talking about.
I've traveled with a lot of great people in the past. More than you might believe. But this is the best team ever.
We are the goodest boys and girls.
A team like this can't be beat.
I mean,
This group shows promise. Extraordinary.
They're all very, I'm sad that Minsk didn't say anything.
Tell me, Captain Corwin, what is thine opinion of our friend, the hero of Baldur's Gate?
Wait,
Haven't given
what?
it much thought. Having a famous hero around is handy, but it also seems to attract trouble.
Or create it.
Such people always invite hassles. You don't get called hero without someone trying to pull you down.
Yet thou wouldst support our group and keep our companions standing in the face of those who wish us ill.
That's my assignment, so yeah. Why do you ask?
I just wanted to know where thou stood should worst come to worst, and now I do.
Oh, Corwin, I thought you liked me.
Hey, found anything else on my list yet? Getting pretty sick of Adoy running around in my head.
I'm sorry, Nira, I haven't. Turnip juice? Take it. I don't want it. Or I don't have anything yet, but I want you to join my party. No, turnip juice. Take it. I don't want it. I'm actually pretty surprised you found any. Turnips are very nutritious. I know. Can I have it? Absolutely. Here you go. How much is it worth to you? Or I'm going to keep it, actually. Oh, absolutely. Here you go. Just hold it away from me so I don't have to smell it anymore, please. Thanks, Foxwine. I really appreciate this. You have no idea. We've lost Wilhelmina's miracle turnip juice. Oh no!
Anything else on the list?
That's all I've got, or I don't have anything more, but I want you to join my party. No, I am not putting a wild mage on my party. Good lord, no. That's all I've got. Thanks, Foxwine. I really appreciate this. You have no idea. Yeah, well, if you actually gave me a list of the components because I didn't write it down when she was telling me, that would actually really help. I gave Nira some turnip juice, one of the ingredients she requires for the potion to rid herself of Adoy's constant presence. Whoever thought that would come in handy? Wild mages are hilarious. You have a 1 in 100. Yeah, it's not the turning my gold into lead that I fear, it's those random fireballs. And the fact that the thing says specifically that the fireball is centered on the mage, that's the part that really puts the fear in me, you see. Okay,
You want me?
I do, but I would like to say, oh, I can't save my progress at this time. Well, thanks.
Whatever you like.
That is my box. Okay.
Okie doke.
I mean, maybe I'm just supposed to... Maybe it should be just me. Come, halfling. We're going up to where we will not be observed. Come on.
The beauty of a sunrise has nothing on me.
How am I hearing her from this far away? Is there not enough privacy here or something? Come on. I mean, I can get him alones in places, but how do I deliver just like a single smack upside the head? Preferably not with the flaming sword. Ugh. Foxwine, looks like you made it from Bridgeford, none the worse for wear. It's good to see you again, Jeg. Yes, looks. Or, I've little use for kind words, Smith. What I require is your skill. It's good to see you again, Jeg. I'm not sure how good it is to see you again. I heard what happened on Borskier Bridge. I guess we need every hand we can get to put an end to Kalar and her followers. What can I do for you? Let me see what weapons and armor you have in stock, or I want nothing from you. What do you have in stock? Here's what I have. What I've got that I'm comfortable sending into battle, anyway. That's some pretty good stuff. Not that I'm actually going to do anything with it, but, you know, that's some good stuff that I'm not going to be dealing with right now. Oops, clicked on the rat. Listen, Halfling, it's not me, it's you, and I don't know what to do. I'm sure that making him follow me was the right thing, but now I can't. Okay, well, I've walked around the entire camp and didn't have the opportunity. What random fireballs are the best out? Yeah, sure.
Not a problem.
Okay. Well, we're gonna continue wandering around as a party then. There's one more thing to deal with before leaving camp. I just need to remember where the sucker is. There it is.
Sweetheart? Right.
Nope, none of that is what I'm looking for. That is unfortunate. There's a battle standard.
I'm glad for both.
There's a battle standard in a chest somewhere in this camp. I thought for sure it was that chest, since that chest was the locked one, but... take some meanders. What about this one?
Without the sun, we'd have no shadows.
That is true, but also, why can I hear you? There is also not a battle standard in this chest. What about this box? Nope. Unlikely, but I'll look. Nope, definitely not there.
Ah, it has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
The reputation boost is a real boost to my ego, I'll tell you that. The only notes that I took about the thing was that it was locked in a chest somewhere in camp. I've unlocked 2 chests and not found it.
A team like this can't be beat.
Well, you know what? That's just sitting loose, so I'm gonna take that. Where haven't I looked? Oh wait, over on this, over here. That's my chest. Obviously, it's not going to be in there. Nope. That's not it. That's the person that I'm acquiring it for. I don't think she'd have it locked in her own chest. Woven crest of Waterdeep adorns this banner, which is kept in pristine condition by wards woven into its fabric. Nice. I checked all the chests. It's definitely not in there. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment. On the fence, I think it was? A fence at the... Yeah, will pay good money for 5 items from the Crusader camp. Yeah. A ring, worn by one of the Crusaders currently. A battle standard that is in a chest somewhere in camp. A token of faith, which is... one of the Crusaders will have it. A map from inside the base. And a holy symbol, carried by a red knight. Yeah, the battle standard is somewhere here in camp. But I can't find the place where it's at.
The sun smiles on thee.
Yes, thank you, Dynamic Hair. I know you've been standing around for a while. Okay, I checked that box. Did I check that box? Hold on. I don't think I checked that box.
Yes, dear.
Oh yes, I did check that one. That's just arrows.
What's the story? Oh, you bet.
Is a dagger just sitting on the ground here? Weird.
Aye.
Tell me. Not a problem.
I guess that was calls. I don't know. I thought that one was going to be the easiest one to find, you know, being in a chest somewhere in camp, which is where I am, but... I thought for sure it was that chest right there, but apparently not. Maps of Dragonspear Castle and the surrounding environs, many covered in handwritten notes and drawings, are spread out across the tabletop. Yeah. See, for a captured standard, I would have expected it to be, like, right around here somewhere. But no, there's just the asshole here. It's not in that box. There's gotta be a box around here that I missed. Somewhere. I would have expected it to be somewhere near one of the commanders. I did check that box. Now we know that this box is my box, so... Yeah, I am mystified. I don't know. Unless it's like hiding in here somewhere? Nope. Well, I'm gonna try not to worry too much about it. Alright. Save. Let's try taking him outside of camp. Let's see. We're here. Well, we do need to go to Dead Man's Pass, which is apparently 0 hours away, so that is perfect.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
A skilled caster has caused this chaos. Be on thy guard.
We apparently left the annoying gnome behind.
Okie doke.
Huh. Goblin Chieftain. Well, well, okay.
Heya.
Back to the flaming sword. You
Yes?
and Minsk should definitely gang up on the chieftain. Actually, you know what? He's the only visible one right now, so everybody gang up on the chieftain.
You're mine now.
Oh, wait, stop, halt. Woo! Dynamic hair. Oh yeah, I have a thing for you to do. I want you to fireball that away.
Watch out.
That was a beautiful fireball. Thank you so much. See? Non-random fireballs are the best ones.
Done and done.
Need me?
I don't know why you cast Blur,
you bet.
lady, but... Okay, let's see here. Gold, gold. More gold and more gold. And gold. Gold and gold. Gold and gold. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, and I also see jewelry. And jewels. Okay. Not a lot of more interesting stuff, but let's start with that. Let's get this jewelry into storage. In you go, all of you. Might as well grab the extra healing potions. And Corwin, you grab the special arrows.
You want
Minsk,
more?
grab the blue things. The rest does not interest me. Okay, Corwin. Identify? Okay, Corwin doesn't know what that is. Doesn't know what that is. I know these are those, but Corwin just does not identify well. Safana, can you? You're better at identifying. Nope, Safana doesn't know what they are either. Alright, back to Corwin they go. What a glorious mess I made. Hole in the ground. You are too far away to examine that. Oh, am I now?
Oh, you bet.
We're practically standing on it. The explosion has opened up a large hole in the ground. You think you may be able to climb down and inspect the cavern below. Ooh, might I? Yeah, that was quite an explosion. An aftermath that says 1,000 words. Wait, 1 minute? Enemy sighted? Where? Where? Oh, I see. It's Ankegs!
To battle!
You're mine now.
Go for the ice boom! Go for the ice! Roar!
Okay, I have learned my lesson. I'm leaving the armor behind. Okay, interesting. That would seem to indicate that the cavern below is probably full of Ankegs. Beetles. Nasty Beetleses. Alright, sure, you know what? Why not? Down we go. Oh, those aren't tank kegs. Those aren't tank kegs at all. I think this is actually the first time I've seen myconids in this game. It might be.
What's the story?
Yeah, go for that one.
What?
You go for that one, I guess.
Your orders?
Shoot the middle one.
Your need?
Safana will help.
You called?
You... assist?
Yes.
And you just, assist. Alright. Everybody's got your assignments? Go.
Suffer the wrath of the arcane.
Okay. Everybody, concentrate on that. Thank you. I'm not hauling any more Ankeg heads anywhere.
Okie doke.
Oh, it's messy in here. It is very messy in here. Okay, this letter intrigues me. Valorous, our scouts espied the exile near Borskire Bridge. Do not allow him to escape the justice he merits. Our queen is merciful, but you and I both know that he has fallen too far to be saved. You are the strongest of our mages. Use the power at your disposal. We must ensure the safety of... oh no, Soldan Eslar at any cost. Oh, okay. Okay. Dynamic hair. Ah, take that one and that one. We're learning. Lower resistance. And teleport field. Ooh. Thank you.
Hey.
Fine and dandy.
There is more cavern here. More dead drow. Does this mean this opens to the actual Underdark? Oh, please, no. Oh, more myconids. Okay. I don't like that noise that just... oh, they're attempting to spore me. Well, you go for the blue one. You go for the nearer red one. You go for that one.
Yes.
You just start hurling stuff into that one.
Yes, yes.
You... I don't know, this one? And you... what have you got that you haven't used? No, I don't think I'm gonna fireball them. You know what? Let's lightning bolt them. I feel like a bit of lightning will help.
Watch out.
Oh, a bit of lightning really helped. Oh boy.
Need me?
Yeah, that lightning bolt really did it. What is this? Elven chainmail. Well, the blues. Why does Foxwine see it, but Minsk doesn't? Okay, now Minsk sees it. Alright, great. Alright, what do we got here? The delicate yet sturdy craftsmanship of the elven races allows them to design many beautiful yet utilitarian goods. Among these is elven chainmail, which is so finely wrought that it can be worn under normal clothing without revealing its presence. This and its lightness allows it to be worn by thieves and fighter mages with few restrictions. Equipped abilities. Open locks minus 5%, find traps minus 5%, pick pockets minus 20%, move silently minus 10%, hide in shadows minus 10%, spellcasting is not disabled. I mean... Maybe Dynamic Hair can wear this? Maybe? Let's find out. Nope, she cannot. Probably not enough strength. What about you? I'm obviously not going to give it to Safana. Safana is... Okay, let's see. Elven chainmail versus... Oh, he's wearing plate mail. Never mind. You can't wear it anyway. Nobody is gonna wear this. Alright then. I bet that will sell for a pretty penny, though.
Okie doke.
Oh, interesting.
Hey
Safana,
there.
you're up.
Whatever you like.
Ooh, it's a sapphire. Okay.
What's the story? Yep.
Grabbing that
It's
sapphire.
been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
Tell me.
Man, my rep is so high right now. Okay, for being waylaid, that went pretty well. All the dead drow are a little concerning, but...
Oh, you bet.
Okay, I will save that. After I, go past all my quick saves. There we are.
Gotcha.
Okay, so somewhere in here there's a bar. And a displacer beast. Oh, how charming. How wonderful.
Come at me!
Oh, multiple displacer beasts.
My aim is true. That was just for practice. Time's running out on you, pal.
Well, that stung, but I won. So displacer beast hide will not make lucky boots? What is going on here? Naller and Baldur? We're on a quest. We love quests. Big Boss Faragrim tells great stories about heroes and monsters. Faragrim sent us off to find our own adventures and tell our own stories. Baldur writes down what happens and I draw the pictures. Would you like one? Sure, I'd love one of your drawings. Or, no, I have to be going. No, I would love to have one of your drawings. This sounds amazing. Here, take this drawing of the two of us. It's my best one. Time for more adventures now. You go. We have a portrait. We have a portrait. This exceedingly well-drawn sketch shows a gnoll and a kobold standing side by side before an ancient ruin. Oh! I mean, the picture here is not surprisingly well-drawn, but I don't care. I am absolutely thrilled. Gnolls are just misunderstood. I mean, I wouldn't attack them if they didn't attack me first. Truthfully. Now, hill giants, on the other hand...
Varlets, prepare for thy end!
Concentrate fire!
Take a look at chance.
There we go. Pathfinder Kingmaker has the cutest kobolds? I mean, maybe a little. I have actually played the game, not very far, I'm afraid. Just a small amount. But I think I've encountered... No, I haven't encountered kobolds. It's like some sort of fairy war.
I'll recover.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Dynamic hair, what are you... Now, experience says that if I keep heading in this direction, I'm going to find a web trap. Which is why I'm being very cautious moving forward here. Oh. Wait. Oh my goodness, these spiders didn't put down a web trap. I hope they were feeling okay before I murdered them. Enemy sighted. Beetle!
Time to end you!
Well, that was... Guys, just choose who's... Okay, fine, we're gonna do it this way.
Dandy.
Apparently we're not gonna do it this way. Glint, you seem to be the one holding it up. Okay, who's holding it up?
What? I understand.
Aye, sword first.
And whatever thy wills.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's try this again.
I hear done and done.
Yon rock is in the way. Okay. So maybe there's another way around?
Yep.
Like, does this go down? I do not appear to be able to affect the rock. But I can make the attempt. No, no, the rock is not hittable.
Okie doke.
I mean, it looks like I should just be able to walk down there, but... More spiders. You know what? Sure, why not? Corwin.
Yes.
Forward. Corwin, just shoot it in the face, Corwin. Did it teleport? Where are you guys going? What the heck are you doing?
What's the story? Okie doke.
There is so much happening right now. Okay, you... That one.
You want me?
You... That one.
Time to go?
You stop using up your ammo. Wait, there's more? There was more. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Your orders?
Okay, it's just gonna be easier if I bring you two back here and we just work our way forward. Okay, Corwin, you grab the questionably magical arrows and we'll have a look at them. Of course.
Hey.
Okay. That's all of the useful stuff there. Let's move forward to the next patch. Anything here? No, but also I just remembered I picked up some jewelry, so that goes in the bag. Huh.
Yes?
Minsk, grab that blue thing.
Thy called.
Dynamic hair, do you recognize any of those scrolls? It does not appear that you do.
Huh? Fine and dandy.
Lot of stuff in Dead Man's Pass, but so far not a bar.
You've an interesting way of talking. I mean your language, not your means. My second cousin twice removed could make his posterior talk. Better company than he was.
I do not understand what thou art trying to say.
See, it's that right there. These and thous and thines. Isn't it easier to use yous and yous again and yours?
When one's power comes from incantation, it is a wise witch Lauren who keeps her tongue limber.
Oh! So you do it to retain clarity. Make sure your mouth can form the words and keep your mind sharp. That's what you're saying. Thou art saying?
Perhaps that is the truth. Perhaps I just prefer a more formal affect. Who is to say?
You're not going to tell me one way or the other, are you? Oh, I like thee.
There has gotta be a way to get where I want to go. I just need to figure out what it is. Also, this is Dead Man's Pass. Where the heck's the bear? I found hill giants and a very nice knoll and kobold. Found a bunch of those things that I killed. Whatever they were. What were they? Found you? Hey, I'm Nuber. I'm looking for the Crusade. Oh, that's unfortunate for you.
Hey,
you seen the Crusade? A woman named Kayla runs it. The Crusade, that's what they say. You're just gonna keep interrupting me, aren't you? Okay. Wait. What are we... That's a deer. What is registering as a threat? A beetle. Alright, let's go deal with the beetle.
Watch out.
Okay. I bet you've killed a monster or two. I've killed more than a couple. I just killed 3 right in front of you, in fact.
Hey.
Is he trying to make me kill him? That's not a bear either. What the heck is that? I've never heard of an orog. Okay,
You want boo?
Minsk, forward.
Need me?
Me. Forward.
What?
Corwin. Yeah, that one. Safana, you go after the warg. And, take Glint with you.
Yes?
I want you going after the orog as well. Bit like a half ogre or half orc. Okay. Oh man, that's a lot.
My aim is true.
What the... Dude, this is not the time.
What?
Go ahead. I'll recover.
I'm not sure who was just casting there, but... Okay, Annoying man, I don't have any rations for you. Go away.
I'm listening. I understand.
Hey.
Haha! You can't talk to me now. Also, hello, Green. Welcome. Sorry I didn't say hi before, but it was a little, everything.
What's the story?
Okay.
Tell me.
Well, they hit pretty hard, but
Okey-doke.
we got them. They're still not bears, though. Those are bears.
I'll recover.
I saw a horse once with a rider and everything. Nobody believed me. Yes, thank you, noob.
Hey,
Ugh, I lost my boot. Oh well, the Crusade will give me a new one, don't you think? Does the game want me to kill him? Is that what's happening? Why is this dog following me now? Six rods and a jackdaw, that's my boot size. Sir, I am busy. Okay, I just killed 3 bears. Was not that the right bear? Apparently not. I apparently have a dog now?
Okie doke.
Hey,
See that boot anywhere? I will make you into a boot. So I guess it has to be a specific bear? Oh, that's not good. Dynamic hair, dynamic hair. What do you have left that's you know, not a fireball, but that hurts real bad? All right, let's try the acid arrow, I guess. Oh God, why did it have to be an Etten?
Your orders?
Okay, you deal with the dog right in front of you. You deal with the dog that's slightly over. Okay, he went down easier than I thought he would.
Trouble?
Need me?
Okay, alright. Now, I have one identify scroll. What shall I use it on? I think I'm going to use it on this axe looking, the funny looking halberd here. Oh, he can't use the scrolls. Okay. Dynamic hair, take that and that, please. Identify that with a scroll. Cold Fury +2. Chilly brew frost trails like fog off the blade of this halberd. A palpable aura of cold surrounds the weapon, dealing frost damage to most enemies, but wounding those who dwell in flame most severely. Oh my. Each hit slows fire-dwelling and fire-using creatures for 3 rounds. Well, that could be quite handy in the future. Oh, let's give that back to Minsk. You know, switch that out for the... Admittedly, now he can't do crushing damage, but we'll fix that problem if we run across skeletons again. Okay, it's my dog, and I'll bring it along if I want to.
Right.
Okay. Is this a cave or just a thing? Okay. Here, ooh, that's not a bear. Wait a minute. Oh no, they're just ogres.
Yes.
Yes, yes. What do you need?
Ouch! Ow!
Story.
Leaving. Can you cast healing on yourself? Let's find out. Oh, you can! Cool, okay.
What?
Time to go? Yep.
Actually, Grint deer. Well, that went pretty badly, actually, but we did win, and the dog attacked us for some reason? I'm confused.
And? Hey.
I should have cast Sanctuary sooner, I think. That did not go well. Oh, that's a boar.
Cloak Shadow!
To battle!
That does a lot for my confidence, I'll say. Cycle of nature and something or something. Huh. Dead dudes I did not kill? Probably because they killed them? Oh my god. Why is there a shambling mound here? Why? Oh god, my hit points still aren't.
Need me?
Well, we're going to start by drinking one of these, please.
Yes?
Did you use up your fire arrows? No, you just switched to the acid ones. Okay, that's fine.
Hey there.
Uh-huh.
I hear.
I don't know what I should ask you to do, so just attack the mound, please.
It has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
That was just for practice.
Okay, taking down the Hamadryad quickly is definitely the right way to have done that.
Okie doke.
Admittedly, now there's a bunch of people who are...
Yep.
Jewelry that needs to be identified.
You want
Minsk, I'd like you to hold on to that.
I love these wild tell me. Fine and dandy.
Let's just keep moving. That Hamadryad and Shambling Mound were cleaning up around here. Okay. That's a rabbit. That's a beetle. Okay, that's probably what our attention is being drawn towards.
Ha! My aim is true. Time's running out on you, pal.
A team like this can't be beat.
Out.
None of these are the thing I came here for. Oh no.
Varlets, prepare for thine end. Thy called.
Thy fireball? Back here, please. Worth it.
I'm listening. Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're not dead, we're not dying, we're okay.
Fresh air and the beauty of nature. So, how long do we have to stay out here?
Glint, now is not the time. You know, now that I'm looking at it, that guy who wanted to be a crusader isn't following us anymore. Did he run away, get caught in combat, or did I just get far enough away from him?
What?
Yes?
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Need me? Okie doke.
Okay. I've run into everything but the correct bear. But there's still a fair chunk of this map I have not actually explored, so... More bugs. Bugs are not bears. What killed the other two beetles? that certainly seems interesting. Let's go fool around with that in a moment. There's a ladder. That is fascinating. Full of shadows. All right, spread around the love, spread around the love.
When danger calls, Minsk answers.
Your orders?
Sword first.
You want me?
Hey!
You know what? You two back each other up on this unsleeping guardian, if you would.
Yes?
Take it like a champ.
Ha! My aim is true! Another try I shall give. What's the story? To battle!
Fascinating. Oh, and a trapped chest, no less.
Sweetheart?
Savannah.
Right.
Trapped, locked. Interesting.
I kick back. Let's talk more fight.
Blast, your inventory's full, isn't it? Alright, glint.
You called? With flair!
By demand.
Dynamic hair.
Done and done.
Take that. Learn it good. Seems like it could be fun.
Tell me. Not a problem.
In fact, let's see. What level spell would that be? Probably a higher level one, wouldn't it? Let's see. Where are you? There you are. Forget one of those. Memorize that one. Yes, thank you.
Hey ya!
Whatever you like.
Spider silk. That must be needed for something. Was it one of the things that Nira needed?
Gotcha. Oh, you bet.
Do you have any children?
What the? Ooh, out of nowhere, Corwin. No, not yet anyway. Someday I hope, if I'm lucky. No, I don't believe they're in my future either. Not that I'm aware of, and I'm fairly sure I've noticed, since this character happens to be female. Only a fool would bring a child into a world like this one. Oh, well. I know the right answer here. I am low-key trying to romance Corwin, who happens to have a child from a previous relationship. No, not yet anyway. Someday I hope, if I'm lucky.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for Roma and my father. But the time my duties take me away from them, the risks the job carries with it. Sometimes I wonder if I've made the right decision. Is a full belly worth an absent mother?
A loving mother is a prize beyond measure. I speak from hard experience. You're asking the wrong woman. I never knew my mother. Or a full belly is worth anything to a starving woman. You do what you must for your child, Corwin. Don't ever doubt that. Oh, this is a tough one. all of these answers are true in their own way. So the question is, which one is the one my character would say, I suppose. I don't want to... I don't want to wreck my chances with her, but I think maybe the second answer is the right one. I don't think Corwin would like the last answer, because the child is not starving and has never been starving. Also, I can't help but notice that there's something going on up here. I never knew my mother.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up a painful subject. It's just hard with me away so often and Roma's father not around. Sometimes I think she might have been better off if I'd left her on the steps of the Temple of the Radiant Heart like her father wanted.
Oh, what a great man he must have been. Reprehensible? Roma's father had better hope he and I never cross paths. She's lucky to have you as a mother. No one could replace you in her life. Or better she die than be raised by zealots. The last thing this world needs is another Kalar. I mean, I personally feel the first one, but I don't think I should badmouth the father of her child. Exactly. So, no one could replace you.
How did we get talking about this? Let's talk about something else. Better still, let's just not talk at all for a while, alright?
Well, she didn't shut me down entirely, just mostly. Also, Corwin, sweetie, you're the one who brought it up.
What can it be now?
Hi. Hoy there, you looking for the crusade too? I am. Look for the crusade. Do you think me mad? Or do not speak to me, mercenary. Well, technically speaking, I am in fact looking for the crusade. So, I am? They say the Shining Lady pays. Hey, I know you. You're Foxwine. You slew Slaravok and drove Korslaz out of that crypt. You cost me everything. Oh, isn't that so sad? I mean, it was just a job, you know? Not a big deal. I'll find another. Don't want no trouble. I'll leave you to your business if you'll leave me to mine, alright? Alright? Yes, run from the flaming sword. Run! Don't challenge me. Maybe he's the one who's been killing the insects around here? Oh. Well, that is a cave bear. Perhaps that is the bear I'm supposed to be looking for?
I killed 2 ogres with a bent fork and some boot black ones!
Oh, yep, there we go. Fine bear skin. Exactly what I was looking for. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that won't kill me that I can find in this map. But frankly, since I've found all this stuff... Yeah, there we go. Oh, goody, another hill giant.
You don't stand a chance.
More hill giants, plural.
You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance.
Well, that certainly happened. You feeling okay there, Minsk? Yeah, you're fine. Goody, more spiders.
Varlets, prepare for thy end!
What's going on up here? It's another cave. Man, I was thinking I would just quickly finish this map and then call the stream before I went back to camp, or after I went back to camp. But given that there's another cave to explore here... Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save right here. And this is where I will pick up again next week. And finding out what the heck's inside that cave right there. Because that seems like something I might want to know. That I might want to know a lot. So, this is where I'm going to call it a night. Just contemplating this cave right here. Fascinating cave. Even though Glint's not looking at it, but neither is Dynamic Hair, so it's all fine. Whoop! No, don't do that. Okay, so this is where I will be calling it a night because it is after midnight my time, which means it is time for me to wrap up. For anyone who wants to know my previous adventures in Baldur's Gate and what I'm going on and where I found this beautiful flaming sword of mine, you can find that on my YouTube channel, which I've just linked here in the chat. You can find a playlist there which gathers all of the Baldur's Gate together if that is the only thing that I schedule, that I do, that you are interested in, or if you just want to binge, which is my preferred way of consuming YouTube. Oh, good night to you too, Green. It was nice seeing you here tonight. So there's playlists also for all the other games that I play that update with each stream as it goes along, so there is hours upon hours upon hours of content in there for anyone who's interested. And I will be back streaming again tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing City Skylines for Management Monday. I will be continuing to work on my city of Pepper Lake and try to basically double its population from where it is now so that I can win the Tornado Country scenario that I am attempting. I'm still waiting to see a tornado. It's been a long time, a very long time since there was a tornado, and I fear it, like the longer it goes between tornadoes, the more fear that I have, because I'm building things so densely that a tornado is going to do incredibly expensive amounts of damage. So I kind of want the tornado to arrive soon before I get much further. So that I can, you know, pay for everything that's going to have to be fixed. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room. I will be playing either Scribble It or Among Us with my friends, or hopefully both. Among Us really needs no introduction, but Scribble It is less well known. It's kind of a Pictionary type game where one person draws something and everybody else in the game tries to guess exactly what that person is trying to draw or represent or what have you. And it gets pretty interesting in our group because while some of us can draw, none of us can spell. So it's quite a thing. And then, somewhere usually around 10:15 or 10:20 or 10:25 or so, when my friends who have day jobs have to go to bed because they need to get up in the morning, I switch over to my solo server in Valheim, where this upcoming Wednesday begins a brand new, probably very time-consuming project, because I found not one, not two, but at least 3, and possibly more, Draugr villages full of very powerful enemies. Last time that I played Valheim. So the idea is to set up a forward portal base that is close to the closest of those Draugr villages, but not too close, and start trying to clean them out. I've never cleaned one out solo. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm going to try very hard, and we'll see how much the death tracker goes up on Wednesday. Well, assuming that I get the whole portal thing built in time to actually start to clear out the populace, so to speak. So we'll see. I've made plans, but I don't know how much time they're going to take, is the problem. And then on Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Lost Epic for Try Not to Die Thursday. Lost Epic is a game that I play once in between streaks of other games, because last week I finished Surviving the Aftermath. So I will be playing Lost Epic this upcoming Thursday, and it's the best description that I've been able to come up for it is it's a Souls-like platformer game with kind of anime-style art. It's a lot of fun, but it is played best with a controller, which I don't use a controller very often, so I'm a bit of a klutz with it. And also, I can't use a controller for long without getting some pains in my hand. And that's why I only play 1 week of it at a time. So if a Souls-like platformer sounds interesting to you, you should definitely tune in this Thursday, because that will be the only time that I'm going to be playing that for quite some time. So, look forward to that. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be returning to Baldur's Gate, the Siege of Dragonspear, where I will be going into this cave and hoping it's not the one that goes underneath the castle, because that would be a problem. I'm not ready to do that part yet, but we'll see. I will be exploring this cave, and I will take this bear hide back to camp, hopefully in that order, to make boots for the side quest, because I can. And maybe, figuring out how to take care of Vince's cousin, because I did not figure that out tonight. And all various things. So many plans, and who knows how long it's going to take me to carry out any of them. We'll find out. So, that is my schedule for the upcoming week. All the games I plan to play and what I plan to do in them, as much as I can plan. Which is, I can't plan very well for most of these games, so we'll see what happens. Tonight has been a lot of fun, and I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have, and I hope that you all have a great night. Good night!